and Dad. Just wanted to say that I love you guys both very much, and I'm glad that I was be able to come to the school. I know that you guys took so much to drive me here every day. It's a 40-minute drive, and I really appreciate it. I also wanted to say that you guys are the best parents in the entire world, and I wouldn't want to have any other parents. I graduated.
Sure. Hi. So what's your name?
Savannah Crab.
All right, and how do you know this guy?
We met junior year in Miss Cody's.
Yeah. And we also had
Speech and psychology.
Have you ever seen the wonder in the glimmer of first sight? As the eyes begin to open and the blindness meets the light.
Hi, my name's Jeremiah and I graduated. I guess that's pretty good.
Cool.
That's about it, really. You like creeping up on me, you didn't say hey, you just like... What's up, Matthew?
Alright.
What's up?
I'm a graduate here at McGee Valley in the class of 2018.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem.
I'm Case Ruiz, and I am your 2018 Senior Class President. As y'all may or may not know, I come from a family with 8 other siblings. This means that I have seen a lot of graduations, which led me to believe that the day I graduate would not be special. However, this is not the case, because the class of 2018 is anything but ordinary. We are relentless. Not to be dramatic, but we are survivors. We have faced STAR tests, hiding our phones from Mr. Slayton, and not 1, not 2, but 3 power outages. We have also survived multiple days of sitting through boring lectures, counting down the clock until the bell would finally ring and we could leave and go home. But now, our time has run out. I hope when you look back at high school, you don't look at the times you felt dumb because you absolutely could not comprehend whatever gibberish poem you were assigned to read meant, or the times you questioned why on earth it was important to know the quadratic formula. I hope you remember the good times, like the first time we beat Dr. Jones in the class of 2017 for the Spirits Day. Thanks, Cole. I hope you remember the taco runs in the morning and driving around with your best friend screaming your favorite songs at night. I hope you remember all of those moments, because they are numbered. The first 18 years of our lives are over, and now it is time for us to move on, do adult things. Class of 2018, I challenge you to remain relentless. Go out there and grow a beard, wear leggings, become a doctor. The world is your oyster. If you ever feel like your life is going in the wrong direction, remember where you started. At the middle school dance, waiting for Big Green Tractor to come on, so that you can dance with your crush, who, let's be real, you haven't talked to since then. These awkward moments, both good and bad, made you who you are today. Sitting here with these ugly caps on, sweating in your chair, hoping this stupid speech would end because it is not that funny or exciting and it has no real substance. Hang in there, I'm almost done. I challenge y'all to make sure you really think about the important decisions you have to make. Do what makes you happy. I hope none of y'all ever have another incident like the one where Moana was voted our class song. Yeah. It is okay if your first plan does not work out. You just have to trust that God will have something better in store for you. What's important is that you always follow your dreams, both big and small. As a wise man named Michael Scott once said, may your hats fly as high as your dreams. Thank you, and Recco. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce a very good friend of mine and one of the smartest girls I know, our salutatorian, Tanya Tice.
Good evening, everyone. Now, before I focus on us graduates, I would like to take a moment to recognize our teachers, administrators, parents, and anyone who played a role in a graduate sitting here tonight. I know that at times we weren't the easiest students to have, and we could have listened to your advice a little more. But congrats, you got us here, and all your hard work has paid off. I know I couldn't have made it without my incredible support system, so thank you. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get to why we're really here. All of us with the tassels hanging in front of our face. We've been waiting what seems like forever. Before we get to all the emotional stuff, I want to enlighten everyone on what exactly we went to be sitting here in this hat and gown. First, I've got to mention the hallways. The struggle of making it from one class to the next is extremely underrated, if you ask me. I had tests that were easier than getting through the door on the way to lunch. Then, when you finally made it through the door, you had to tackle the cafeteria. We dealt with being annoyed when someone cut in front of you, but being even more annoyed when none of your friends were in line to cut with. Finally, the fact that we are sitting here means we actually made it through enough school days and lunchtime madness to graduate. Getting here may have been the ultimate struggle of senior year. This struggle is hard to describe unless you felt it, but rest assured, getting to first period became a major accomplishment. Now, we've made it. I know I'm not alone in saying that I can't even count how many times I've said I can't wait to graduate in the last month. It's finally here, but what happens after tonight? After tonight, you can officially call teachers by their first names. We can wear shorts, and I know a few guys who think being able to grow out their beard is more exciting than the diploma. And after tonight, Mr. Slayton can never take your phone again. But after tonight, we never get another chance to carry the spirit stick down the hall. You'll feel out of place in the student section at a Panther home game. And after tonight, friends you have seen every day for 4 years could be thousands of miles away. You may have noticed my speech has taken an emotional turn, but now is the point I'm supposed to say something sappy and inspirational, so I'm going to do my best. Many of you, like myself, may have considered that the world we are stepping into seems pretty terrifying. But I want to inspire a little hope in all of us tonight. It would be nice to live in a perfect world, but if the world were perfect, then the graduates of the best high school in Texas would have no reason to go out there and change it. I firmly believe that each and every one of you will do something amazing. I'm looking out at our future servicemen and women, doctors, teachers, architects, lawyers, engineers, and so much more. Standing here makes the future seem a little brighter, and I couldn't wish for a better group of people to graduate with. Saying goodbye just doesn't seem right, so I'll leave you with good luck, Medina Valley class of 2018. Now, it is my honor to introduce our 2018 valedictorian, Clara Ham.
Hello, graduates, family, friends, teachers, etc. Prepare to listen or not listen to the advice of someone who just reached the wise old age of 18 not even a week ago. So, not too long ago, a certain stick in the mud of a man straight up told me to ditch my major and pick something that will make me more successful. Apparently, the only way to have a good life is to be a doctor or an accountant and to make all the money you can. Now, there's nothing wrong with choosing a career like that, but those aren't for me. You can't just go around telling people what path to go down in life, or listening to those people when they tell you to do something other than what you desire. It's possible a lot of you don't know what you want yet and will end up changing your minds 1,000 times, but you have your whole lives to do that. You don't need to stick to one job or one food or one place. You don't need to have your entire lives planned out right now. I feel like I never hear anyone say that, and I would have liked it if someone told me that before I luckily figured out what I wanted as I was in the process of applying to UT. Throughout our education, everyone's been pushing us to know what to do by our junior year. That's ridiculous, honestly. There are no rules to life. It isn't programmed in our DNA to have a revelation by the time we're 16 or so. And there certainly aren't any parameters to success, as some people will tell you. Society says success is achieving wealth or fame. The good old classic definition is achieving a goal or accomplishing an aim. That means it's up to you to decide when you've succeeded or have become a so-called successful person. My goal in life, the reason I chose a fun major and, in my opinion, a practical one, despite what that man told me, is just to be happy. I want to enjoy myself, have some good friends, and see where life takes me. I may end up with a big paycheck. I may not. I honestly don't care, and that doesn't factor into my personal measurement of success. We're not on this planet long enough to have time to worry about anything. So I'll leave you with some simple advice, and this applies not only to my fellow graduates, but to all of those in the stands who aren't listening. Just enjoy yourselves. You can be confused about your future or positive about where you want to be, but just try to be happy. Thank you. It is my honor to introduce the Superintendent of Medina Valley ISD, Dr. Kenneth Warbaugh.
Board President, Mr. Havey, and members of the Board of Trustees, as Superintendent of the Medina Valley Independent School District, it gives me great pleasure to present the class of 2018 to you. By the power vested in me by the great state of Texas and the Board of Trustees of the Medina Valley Independent School District, I certify that these graduating seniors sitting before me, affectionately known as the class of 2018, have completed all state and local requirements necessary for graduation and are entitled to receive their high school diploma. Congratulations, graduates.
Luis Armando Tijerina, Jr. Caleb Ryan Dale Tolosa. Ryan Joseph Tomaselli. Anne Margaret Tondre.
Evan Thomas Trotta. Weston Allen Shearhart. Jesse James Tull. David Anthony Valdez. Jacqueline Valero Enriquez. Jeremiah James Vandenberg.
It's weird how this field we are standing on is one that we stood for the senior walk. A walk that we stood hand in hand as to represent the last time we'd be standing here until today. Honestly, I've been avoiding this speech for a while now. A few months ago, Tanya, Clara, and I were sitting in our calculus class talking about how we had plenty of time to write our speeches. About 2 weeks ago, I realized that I still had a blank sheet of paper and graduation was fast approaching. I'm usually not a procrastinator, but I didn't like the thought of writing another essay, just like our English teachers made as most of us do all year long. It hit me that this is the last paper I have to write, and it's for all of you, the class of 2018. So I guess here it goes. I'm here to talk about the class sitting before me, the class that wanted to make a difference and a change for the years to come. Many wonderful individuals make up this class. We have artists, athletes, builders, engineers, scientists, teachers, entrepreneurs, doctors, and many more. But like any class, we had our flaws. We showed up late a couple times. Or if you were Steven Morales, it was almost every day. Then of course, since we were seniors, we needed our naps, which Hayden Ginther demonstrated in most classes. Some had their costumes, like the Buzz Lightyear and banana suit. Then there's Old Girl falling from Kate and Chang's penny board. Lastly, there's freshman year at one of the pep rallies when we came together and stayed sitting during the chant because we were so pissed off about the winners before. Millions of moments make up this crazy group. Some were happy and others sad. We lost a couple great people while getting here, but they will be missed, especially Coach Soar and Josh Salazar. Our community, friends, and families helped us see where we were sitting today, and we truly thank every one of them. We'll soon be going our separate ways and going into the real world. The grades we made, what we wore, how we acted, or even who our friends were, will be in the past because this is a new chapter in our book, and we have a lot more writing to do. I remember when I was little, and I imagined myself standing in this robe. Never did I realize I'd be talking to y'all from this podium as student council president, but it just came clear to me. It's not about this hat. It's not about these cords. It's not about this collar. And it's not about this medal. It's about the person you are and the person you want to be. As we walk off this field together, as the graduates of 2018, for the first time, let's keep these memories in our hearts and let us make plenty of new ones. I would like to leave you with this new memory. Maybe school has been a cocoon all along, so break out and become something beautiful. Thank you and congrats, grads.